morning. Sorry, I'm up here in traffic. And as we know on Tuesdays, if I'm in traffic, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little post to post. Sorry, my camera's gonna be shaking a lot today. Gotta get a new one of those handles. Well, let's talk about what everybody else is talking about. The brawl in Louisiana, where the white people attacked the black dock worker because he said he had to do his job, and I think he had to move their boat, or they had to move their boat so the ferry could get in. And of course they was giving him some bull crap, and he was like, I gotta do my job, and they attacked him. It kind of reminds me of when I was young. I used to go to baseball games, and that's why I never wanted box seats again, because a lot of folks, clear people, whatever you want to call them, like to drink and get crazy. They don't care who's around or what's happening. And these people might have felt a little privileged. And but I will say, just like the day of the January 6th riot, when a certain person did some and got some people fired up to go do some nonsense, it's the same thing that liquor does for a lot of these folks. And they got liquored up, and something internally in them, they've been wanting to do something like this all along, so they could have a story to tell about how great America is and how they did this and did this. Well, they found out that black people just weren't going for it. Morning, sis. And they had to learn the hard way. Now, in the video, I only saw a black man getting arrested by other black officers, but they said some other things would be pending, and I would be interested to see if some hate crimes charges will be thrown at them. Will they need to lose their jobs? Will they need to go some sensitivity training, as happens with us all the time if we get into any type of verbal conversation, that we lose our jobs, or we have to go through some training to understand people. I doubt it, but let's see. The videos were pretty clear, and it looked like two altercations to me. I know everybody's been sending around the memes about the chair, because the brother came out with the chair like he was at a WWE event, and gave a few people a crack on the head. But you know, when you go places like on vacations and things like that, you don't expect to have this crap out of these other people. And like I said, I'm sorry people, I'm looking at the road here. And it's unfortunate. And like I tell people all the time, there's really no real incidence of black people just messing with white folks, starting stuff with white folks. It's always the other way around. And that's that privilege that we talk about so often. I can do what I want to do, and I can say what I want to say, and you have to swallow it because this is our country. Yeah, it is what it is. My sister says the orange man got them thinking they run it. Yeah, he gonna get a lot of people. I mean, people act like they didn't know or pretended that, you know, America wasn't a racist country before Donald Trump got in. But you clearly saw it during the Obama era. I tell everybody, Obama, 8 years of Obama, probably was the worst time for me in America, because I saw the hatred at such a boiling point. Some people say, oh, it was just simmering. they smiled and grinned at you and bared it, because when Donald Trump ran, it said we can take back our country and make it great again, because we made a mistake. We let this Negro in the White House, and it didn't feel right for us, the true Americans. And when President Obama got on TV and said Donald Trump will never be the president, I think it stuck something in their soul, and they said, we'll show you, Negro, that this is still our country. We still run it, and we're going to show you how it's really ran. And so they acted a fool on jobs. I saw so much nonsense in corporate America. It was beyond me. And now we get these type of situations. You're seeing more and more with, I guess they call them Karens. What are we gonna call the dudes? Bubbles, So the Bubbles jumped off the boat, jumped on the guy that works at the dock doing his job, and bad roads, doing his job. And the Bubbles got to meet some Ma folks, some Ma Ray Rays and stuff like that. They took off the shirts, they ran down, and that's what needs to happen. Just like in that George Floyd case, we can't continue to watch things happen to our brothers and sisters that are doing nothing and allow it to happen. That's got to be the code. I saw the part where the brother threw his hat up in the air. I didn't know if that was a signal. Maybe there's something down there that say, okay, it's on. But people started coming and made their presence known. And then some more got in. So I couldn't tell if the boat actually had made it to the dock, the ferry or whatever, and then those people were able to come and join in. And it became a brawl. So they're talking about it on CNN. They're talking about it on the local news station. They're talking about it on Good Morning America. And, hopefully this sends a message to certain people. Don't try it. Because we will get in it. And hopefully that brother's doing okay. Like I said, at one point there was six Bubbles on him, and he was holding his own the best he could. Then the young man, I guess another young man that works there, he's the one that dived into the water and swam across. I guess there was no way to run across. I don't know. He worked there, I don't. And so now we got all these memes. Now we got to see anything, because the fallout becomes, sometimes you can do things that are right, but in the court's eyes, they will say that you are wrong, and you will be sued for doing wrong. Unfortunately. I remember a situation with one of my sisters years ago. They got in a fight, and she cut this young lady. And we get to court, and these young ladies were older than my sisters. And one of my sisters took a bottle and cut this young lady. And you go to court thinking, okay, this is self-defense. Older girls jumping on younger girls. No, that's not the way it works in court. What the court says is, if you have an opportunity to avoid the situation, then you must walk away and avoid the situation. If she was engaged in battle and grabbed the bottle and started swinging, that's one thing. But the fact that you walked away from this fight and picked up a bottle and came back, you are now the aggressor. I worked at a law firm for 20 years. What would be the defense for these brothers that came to the rescue of this other black man? Because the court may say you're not a law official. You had no right to go and put yourself in a situation that was really none of your business. This is the sickness of your criminal system. And they'll criminalize the black people from going in and doing something to these white folks. And then the white folks will sue the shipping company that the brother worked for. They're going to sue the police department for the way that they handled them. It'll be all types of nonsense. And because the courts are ran by folks with money, that's my biggest worry, that they'll only get a slap on the hand, if that much. But we'll see. It's on video, and that's how they always get us. It's on video. That's you right there doing that. So we'll see how that all pans out. My brother Dorian's up early in the morning. Grand rises to you. We got Sambo Conservative. The Genius has a new video out bashing the black people on the riverboat. It's always something. I mean, my pops used to say, "Son, stay out of court." It's never a true win situation for us, even if we're right. I remember being in a horrific car accident, and the guy came to court. He's smiling and everything, and in my mind, I'm thinking, we could have been dead, and you're smiling with your lawyer that you didn't have a license. So, I mean, we're young. We didn't think we needed a lawyer because somebody hit us. And that's what taught me, don't go to court without a lawyer. Because all they care about is the lawyer is getting some fees, the lawyer is bringing in some money, the lawyer is going to make the deal. And we wound up getting fined. Well, after I got taken back in the judge's chambers and threatened with 30 days in jail, we wound up getting fined $240 for knocking over a street light when we were the ones that were hit and knocked into the street light. We knocked over a signal light, a street pole, street light, and went through an iron fence. And we lived to talk about it, but yet we got fined because the judge said, "I didn't like your attitude. I felt you were disrespectful to his lawyer." Why? Because the lawyer said, well, they went through a yellow light, and I said, if our light's yellow, yours is still red. Well, they said there was liquor in the car. No, we're on our way to a picnic. There was soda in the car. Well, my client's father was having a heart attack, and that's why he went through the light. Strange. We sat on that scene, and the ambulance came, and they never even looked at your father. But I'm the one being disrespectful. Yeah, I told the dude if he kept smiling, I was gonna knock the smile down his throat. That's the brother in me. I didn't like the way things were going, which got me back in the judge's chamber, cursed out, threatened with 30 days, and then he hit us with the $240 fine for knocking over the street light. So I'm just saying, telling that story to say, when you do stuff, and I'm glad these brothers got involved. I hope they avoid any type of fines and stuff like that, but that's the type of BS that you get to deal with when you have to go into their court system, the way they have it set up, the way Johnny Cochran explained it. If you ain't got no money, then try to stay out of court. Just plain and simple. So, thumbs up to them brothers that jumped in and got involved. I wish the whole boat would have got involved. It is what it is. Keep your hands to yourself, and you ain't got to worry about nobody putting hands on you. That's the basic rule of life. Keep your hands to yourself, and you ain't got to worry about nobody putting their hands on you. It's plain and simple. But I'll be watching. I hope you'll be watching. Thursday night, no PC show, 7:30 to 8 p.m. as we always do, and we're gonna keep doing it. I just went through a dark tunnel, right? So I'm heading into my shop. I got some things to do. RPC Computing, 1741 East 71st Street. What are y'all hunking at? Y'all just doing the most out here. Sorry about that. Keep your eyes on the road. Deuces 2 times. See you Thursday night.